It's 1800 GMT. This is the evening news bulletin on Adoa television. We're live from digital address GA226-2651. We're also live on digital channel 37 and 38. My name is Naa Anyemaa Collison. Thank you for choosing us. In our top stories this evening, we're live in Ukraine, where we will be hearing from some students stranded Ghanaian to evacuate them from the country following the Ukraine-Russia crisis. Also in this bulletin, Speaker Gbagbin has dismissed claims of granting the famous Ghanaian of the Week, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Dome Kwabenya constituency, Sarah Adoa, for permission to be absent. In business this evening, Ghanaians have been urged to embrace themselves as prices of goods and services are expected to go high effective March 1, 2022. Finally, in sports, the facility for the 2023 African Games is expected to be completed by the end of 2022. The news is live on Facebook at Adoa Television Ghana. There you may want to join us with your thoughts and comments. Let's settle further details. Now we start off from Parliament because the members of Parliament have made a call to the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and all other ministries responsible to make strides to ensure the safety of all Ghanaians, especially students who are in Ukraine, if it means evacuating them from the country. The call, which was made by Minority Leader Honorable Aruna Idrisu and supported by his colleagues, has become necessary due to the tensions between Russia and Ukraine. According to the lawmakers, Ghanaians in Ukraine have complained over living conditions which have become difficult as a result of the unrest crisis in the country.
Wanted to invoke Order 72 to raise a matter of urgent public importance, which is to call on the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for Interior, Minister for Finance, to work together to take urgent steps to ensure the safety of Ghanaian students in Ukraine and to work towards the immediate evacuation of Ghanaian students, those studying in Ukraine. Mr. Speaker, this we must do to assure the students and their parents that they are Ghanaian and they deserve our support. So it's a matter of urgent public importance. I'm indulging you that we raise this matter because the Minister of Finance must make money readily available to the Foreign Minister. We do know the number of Ghanaian students in Ukraine, quite a number studying medicine, probably some even sponsored by members of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, the situation in Ukraine is very worrying. We won't go into the diplomatic matters related to Ukraine for now until we are guided what Ghana's foreign policy position would be on that matter. But given the situation of a near war, a hot war in Ukraine, and Russia not yielding to the diplomatic maneuvers of the West, particularly that led by the French President Macron and even many other heads of state.
We'll still stay in the House because the Speaker, Right Honorable Aldman Kingsford Sumana Gbagbin, has refuted, news circulating that he had granted a Member of Parliament for Dome Kwabenya constituency, Madam Sarah Adoa, for permission to be absent from Parliament. Speaking on the matter of absenteeism in Parliament, on Thursday, February 24, 2022, the Speaker reiterated that he had not granted any interview anywhere, neither had he given permission to Honorable Sarah Adoa,
which is being circulated, that I granted an interview to say that Honorable Adoa received permission from me to absent herself from Parliament on health grounds. I want it to be known by all that I have not granted any such interview anywhere. I have not said anything like that anywhere. And the votes and proceedings of the House are so loud that she is absent without permission for all those days. That is on the votes and proceedings of the House. It's not the Speaker who determines who is present and who is absent. No. The votes and proceedings will capture those are present, those are absent, and those who are absent with permission. And so please, I received a lot of calls from a number of media men on that issue. And that's why I don't want to delay in letting the world know that I have not said any such thing anywhere. Please. And tomorrow I'm going to address the issue of absentee MPs very, very clearly for everybody to understand. With this, I will say that looking at the nature of business before us, I would direct that the sitting be held outside the normal prescribed sitting hours.
Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kingsford Suman Bagbin is the Speaker of the 8th Parliament. Today, 24th February 2022, marks the date of birth for the second Deputy Speaker and Member of Parliament for Fomina constituency, Honorable Andrew Esiamwamwako. The celebrant who sat in the chair to lead the House was bemolded with well wishes and advice from both sides of the House. The celebrant, who is celebrating his 56th birthday, was elected into office as an independent candidate in the December 2020 elections and has been the differentiating factor in the 8th Parliament.
God continue to bless and guide you. May you enjoy it to the best. Happy, happy, happy birthday from all of us.
The Speaker, I want to join my colleagues on the other side for the House to wish you a very, very happy birthday. The Speaker, how good it is to be celebrating your birthday and sitting in the chair of the Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana as a second Deputy Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
after becoming the cornerstone,
the wise book and the oldest book, Mr. Speaker, says that the stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Not just a stone. Mr. Speaker, may God bless you and may you continue to be the chief cornerstone. We were told that come everywhere, wherever you see Apia Kubi, everybody be begging him. Mr. Speaker, we thank you and may God be with you.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, John Keats, that famous English poet, once wrote that it is by our own deeds and we mythologized. Mr. Speaker, today we are mythologizing you because of your good deeds. May you live well. May you grow from strength to strength.
Amen.
And may you be returned to Parliament for Fomina.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, on this note, I wish you all the best. Thank you.
We also want to add our voices to Honorable Banda to wish you a happy birthday, Mr. Speaker, and also to assure you of the party support. The ruling party support that nominated you and made you the second speaker.
Let me also join colleagues in wishing you a very happy birthday. Mr. Speaker, you are the true definition of a rejected stone that has become a chief cornerstone. Mr. Speaker, may your enemies never see peace. Mr. Speaker, it is my prayer that you return to this House as a member of Parliament once again in the next Parliament as an independent candidate. Mr. Speaker, I wish you well.
Life is a difficult journey, and sometimes you need to make difficult decisions. And you can make such difficult decisions that will actually alleviate you high or discover you. The fact that you went independent was as a result of tough decision our party took. And you also took a tough decision to go as independent. And it's because of these two tough decisions, that is the reason why you are the second deputy speaker today. If we had not been able to take such decisions, we wouldn't have discovered you as one of the best second deputy speakers we have today. I join my colleagues to tell you that at 56, you are playing your second half. Make good use of it. And you know that there is blood in you. And that blood, you know where it came from. I wish you happy birthday.
For the well wishes and best blessings that has been bestowed on me. I'm so grateful to you. Incidentally, I don't celebrate birthdays. I've never done one before. So don't be surprised if you don't see me celebrating any birthday. I'm not. I was born exactly the day Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. Yes. So today is 24th, and that's the day I was born. So I'm very grateful.
He is my colleague who is our parliamentary correspondent here, and he filed the parliamentary reports you have. Let's stay away from Parliament and go to one of our top stories, because Ghanaian students in Ukraine have sent messages of hope to their relatives in Ghana, assuring them of returning to Ghana safely as they entrust in government to help them achieve that. In an interview with Adoa TV's Isaac Otu, President of the National Union of Ghana Students Ukraine chapter, Naa Anyemaa Collison, said though they are safe in the interim, they are appealing to the government of Ghana to swiftly intervene to ensure that they evacuate them from the country due to the ongoing crisis conflict between Ukraine and Russia.
I don't think I can use the word safe. For now, I'm having a conducive environment to grant this interview, and I don't know what's going to happen next in the next minute. So I'm not safe. We are not safe as a community. We are not safe as Ghanaians. I'm saying that we don't know what happened next because we've been hearing bombings all over Ukraine. At first we assumed that the attack is going to be around the Donbas area, but now it's been extended to almost all over the places. Bombings in Kyiv, bombings in Kharkiv, bombings in Odessa, bombings in Ivano-Frankivsk. So we don't know what Putin is up to, and then we are worried as a community. But we are still waiting for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, since they've been having meetings concerning this issue, and then we can proceed from there. I think we did a survey in the early stages of this tension, and I think we got around roughly, as time to be corrected, around 1,200 plus. We are not at one place, but we live around, and we have a WhatsApp group where we relay informations. Our school is requesting that we evacuate through Romania, since Romanian border is not far away from here. So we've sent a petition to the ministry, and then we hope they grant that offer to us so that we can evacuate from there. So, I mean, we are not in one confined place, but we are together as one people. And I know that most presidents from other societies and other communities are also mobilizing students. Some students are advised, especially those in the East, are advised to move to the West, of which I am in the West. And we've seen most students around at the moment. So we are working in accordance to what the ministry would direct us to do. But for now, we are together through our WhatsApp groups. We are together as Ghanaians, and we are together through various social media platforms. Okay, so we are representing the students' body, and in every chapter, we have, when you gather all the presidents from every chapter, we have one national president. So the national president and executives are working with us, chapter presidents, and I think they've relayed the situation to the embassy in Switzerland, because they are in charge of Ukraine. And then they've also relayed information to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So just coming in, I think 2 or 3 hours ago, I heard they are having meetings concerning this issue. But what we are also doing on a local level is that we are encouraging and entreating our students to stay calm and stay put. We understand the situation, but then there's nothing we can do right now. All we can do is that we need to be together and fight through this dark moment in our career. Interim, yeah, we've not how do you call it? We've not gotten any casualties or recorded any casualties. All Ghanaians are safe. I hope that we are all safe. But if we do encounter anything, we'll let you know. But for now, everyone is okay. Even though we are panicking, and then we are afraid. We are all safe at the moment. Okay, so on behalf of the national executives, on behalf of the presidency, on behalf of my local, we want to say that we are working hand in hand, as I said earlier on, with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We understand this moment is very difficult. I'm also going through it as well. But we need to stay put and then calm our parents back home, because they are much more worried. They are much more worried as we are over here. So let's keep calm. Let's keep our heads together. And I know that cool heads are going to prevail by the end of the day. Really are blowing my notifications every now and then. But I would say that mommy, daddy, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, friends, we are going to go through this together. We are going to come together as a family. We are going to get home safe, and we entrust in this current government to help us achieve that. So they stay calm. Everything will be fine.
Meanwhile, the government of Ghana has expressed concerns about the safety of Ghanaians living in Ukraine following the crisis. In a series of tweets, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration said the government of Ghana is gravely concerned about the security and safety of our over 1,000 students and other Ghanaians in Ukraine, and has asked them to shelter in place in their homes or in government places of shelter, as we engage the authorities at relevant diplomatic missions and our honorary consul on further measures.
We'll bring you updates of this particular development in our subsequent bulletin, but let's stay away from Russia and Ukraine crisis, because a retired appeal court judge, Justice Isaac Dusi, holds the view that the 1992 Constitution does not assign deputy speakers of parliament to specific roles. This comes on the back of recent clash between the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Sumana Gbagbin, and his deputy Joseph Sewusu, after the letter had been dismissed a motion by the minority to probe into the use of COVID-19 fund. Speaking to Reginald Addy on AM Ghana Breakfast Show earlier today, Justice Dusi cited Article 59, for example, which differentiates between specific roles of the Vice President and the substantive President of the Republic. As such, limits the Vice President from doing certain things. However, same cannot be said for the Speaker and his deputies.
It's very interesting. I have the Constitution beside me. If you look at Article 95, sorry, 59, which creates the position of Vice President. The Vice President is assigned definite function.
Okay.
Let me read it.
Very well.
Article 95, so 59. There shall be a Vice President of Ghana who shall perform such functions as may be assigned to him by this Constitution or by the President. Definitely, the Vice President cannot act on his own. He has no independence to act outside the Constitution or without definite instruction from the President.
Right.
So, by extension, the Vice President can never cancel a decision taken by
the President.
But when you come to Article 96, Deputy Speakers, no functions have been assigned specifically to the Deputy speakers. The deputy speakers are supposed to perform the functions of the speaker. The question is, to what extent can the deputy speaker act? If the speaker has given instructions, can the deputy overrule the speaker's decision? There is a lacuna or a gap in the law. If the provisions were to be exactly like the one in Article 59 regarding the president and the vice president, this issue would not have happened.
Right.
I also want to draw attention of listeners and viewers to 96 1B. It says that both. So let me talk about A first. A says that there shall be 2 deputy speakers of parliament. A, who shall be elected by members of parliament from among the members of parliament. And B, and that's the serious aspect, both of whom shall not be members of the same political parties.
Okay.
Currently, we have 2 deputy speakers who are members of the same political party. It is a total infraction of the constitution. It is unconstitutional for both deputy speakers to belong to the same political party. It is clear. So for us to have this unfortunate architecture in which both deputy speakers belong to the same party, something is definitely wrong.
Right.
And the rules must be revisited. As far as I am concerned, one of the deputy speakers is occupying an unconstitutional position. And that must be decided probably in the Supreme Court. Because this is total infraction. I don't know whether the lawyers did not read the Constitution before they agreed that both deputy speakers should belong to one party.
Let's do some other stories, because His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo has assured a delegation of chiefs from Komenda and Ghanaians at large that the Komenda sugar factory would be back on its feet in April this year for full operations to begin. The $35 million United States dollars factory, which is expected to employ thousands of people, halted operation not long after it was inaugurated by former President John Dramani Mahama in May 2016. He gave this assurance when the delegation of chiefs from Komenda paid a courtesy call to him at the Jubilee House.
After years of dormancy, President Akufo-Addo has announced that the ongoing civil works at the factory site should be completed by the end of March, paving the way for its full operationalization. A Ghanaian Indian company, Park Agrotech Ghana Limited, is the new investor who will take over the operations of the factory. However, the Ghana-based company is a subsidiary of the Skylark Group of Companies of India, one of the largest integrated farming businesses in India. A year before the pandemic, Cabinet approved Park Agrotech as the strategic investor to revive the factory after a technical audit by PricewaterhouseCoopers. It will be recalled that government in 2019 said the company was expected to inject $28 million into the factory between 2020 and 2023, with $11 million going into the sugarcane cultivation, $6 million to upgrade plant and machinery, and $11 million as working capital to bring the ailing factory back on its feet. The Komenda Sugar Factory was built at a cost of $35 million from an Indian Exim Bank facility, inaugurated by then-President John Dramani Mahama in May 2016, but stopped operations not long after. Accordingly, it was expected to employ 7,300 people along the value chain, boosting employment prospects in the Komenda Edina Eguafo Ebrim municipality. President Akufo-Addo is optimistic that the civil works will be completed soon, hence the operationalization of the factory should commence in April 2022.
Still, some civil works are being done there. Nyampa, by the end of March, it will be completed. And they say planning, no Indian phone about whenever be junior about family which I say by April production will have begun of the sugar factory. Sugar factory about the some cassia. It been say 1 year, Zuko yeah. Na akwaba kwa nyame adaroma afedia emse muamma hu se isikwan paso.
In other news this evening, Dr. Charles Uyafe Akenton is appealing to the media to reduce broadcasting indecent content. According to him, informations and reports disseminated by media affect the psyche of the masses. He spoke at a media sensitization workshop held on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022 by the Ghana Psychology Council.
Young 10, I think certain things can be shown. But now explicit, either visual or verbal, we do say it. And as he said, it's our kids that will one day, it's like WhatsApp something I show somebody who was a drug baron or pusher, getting all the money. Later he realized that his son has also gone off because of drugs. It's a difficult thing because, as he said, it's competition. It's about money to pay your staff and all that, and also you stay in business. But how do we juggle it? So I'm sure most of you have seen the explicit sexual things that are shown, and also she said about Ghanaian movies, some of them vulgar words and insults that our children learn. And in social psychology, your home, you may never use any of those words. But your child goes to school, he comes and in the process he uses one of those. Say, where did you learn? They learn it from the environment. So we learn from the media a lot. So let's also how best that can be done.
You are watching the evening news bulletin on Adoa television. My name is Naa Anyemaa Collison. We'll be back with the latest in the world of business. Please do stay with us.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emil's Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
So at Sonotech, we always pride ourselves of being a patient-centered facility. And so we always go the extra mile to put a smile on the faces of our patients. And we don't just wait for them to be unwell to come to us, but we always strive to ensure that our patients are always in good health. So the month of February is the month of love. And how best can we express our love than to give to our clients? So what we are doing this month of February is to give a 20% discount on all our health packages. Yes, all our health packages. So for our health packages, we have our life packages, and then we have the bronze, the silver, and then the gold packages. So if you walk in from the 1st February to the end of February, you get 20% discount on all our health packages. And we are introducing a very special package for couples as well. We realized that especially the premarital couples, sometimes because of the excitement of getting married and all that, we discuss everything and always forget about our health. So we've come together with a very nice health package for couples, and it's discounted at 30%. So that's the couples package, and we encourage our clients to take advantage of this special package as we go through the month of February. This is our way of saying that we love our clients. This is our way of giving back. This is our way of putting smiles on the faces of our clients. In addition to this, you can also walk in and pay for a loved one. I know 14th is Vows Day. As we think of giving gifts to our clients or to our friends, to our loved ones, let's consider buying a healthcare package at Sonotech for the ones that we love. And on 14th February, we promise all our clients to experience something very extraordinary at Sonotech. Once you come for any service with us, any of our branches, West Hills, Osu, and Tema, you will leave with a special gift. And you can trust us when we say you leave with a special gift. So we wish all of you the best. Let's enjoy the period of love. Let's enjoy the health packages that Sonotech has for us. And as we always say, we are your total healthcare partner for life.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's do the latest in the world of business. President of GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obeng, has said that Ghanaians should expect and embrace themselves as prices of goods and services is to go high on March 1, 2022. This comes after months of agitation and weeks of consultations with stakeholders in the trading community on the benchmark value reduction policy, which the government has finally concluded on a 30% discount for all goods and a 10% for vehicles. According to the government, this development will take effect from March 1, 2022, allows them for a win-win situation for all trading communities.
First of all, we are very thankful to government for listening to our pleas and suspending the benchmark reversal policy. After that, we have gone for stakeholder engagement, and then we have gone there with open mind, and also being objective, putting the nation at heart. In this case, we talked through with government how to get AGI compensated, the government itself also being compensated in terms of revenue collection, and then we, the trading community, also being compensated. So that to be a win-win situation for all of us. So we are very grateful that the government gave us a very reasonable discount, which we are very happy with. That's it. Yeah, it means that duty is going to be increased, and what is going to happen is that definitely once duty is very integral part of our costing, we should see a proportionate price increase. Definitely. No, we went to the meeting with all of them, and mind you, we are our stakeholder grouping. We are with GAFE. Food and Beverages Association, Automobile Dealers Association, Importers and Exporters Association, and all these associations together. And then AGI is on the other side. They are lobbying for the reversal of this, and they are also adequately compensated for. So it's a win-win situation for all of us.
Speaking in that report is the president of the Ghana Union Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Obing. Let's still stay in the world of business and do some other stories, because the Ghana Audit Service is mandated by an Act of Parliament, Act 2000, Act 584, to audit the report on public accounts and all public office in the country, as well as prove solutions where necessary. The Act further requires that the Auditor General's report must be completed and submitted to Parliament within 6 months to the end of intermediary proceedings of the financial year. With this mandate, the service has launched a 2021 financial year audit, with a report expected to be submitted by 30th June 2022.
It continues to be the bedrock for the survival of nations. And in our case, if there is a better time to pay critical attention to government revenue collection and accounting, that time perhaps is long overdue. As a state auditor, we have a duty to play in protecting the public purse by diligently and continuously scrutinizing public accounts and reporting our audit findings to Parliament. It is an undeniable fact that the COVID pandemic hit and continues to hit nations hard. This is evident in reduced government spending, reduced government revenues but increased government spending, and the negative impact of the pandemic put many nations on the brink of economic chaos. But as a nation, however, we can be proud of how our government managed our situation, though not without huge cost implications. These extraordinarily challenging times call for creative ideas and improved ways of generating revenue. There is a task force in place to do a follow-up on all audit recommendations, to see the extent to which our recommendations have been implemented over the year. We want to urge the heads of public institutions to do is to show keen interest in whatever happens in their offices. We have realized that heads of institutions become aware only when our reports are out. We want you to show keen interest in what goes on in the accounts department. We want you to show keener interest in Auditor General's reports and the recommendations that are made therein. Because if you are a keen reader of our report, you see that over the years, certain breakdown of internal controls have been repeating yearly, and this is unacceptable. Are getting different figures for the number of reports that we submitted to Parliament.